Live now.
Yep, now it says live on YouTube.
All right, you'll catch up on it.
We don't have to hit anything, do we?
No, we're good.
Are we sure it's live? Because it says internal server error.
On my end, it says the meeting is streaming live.
Yeah,
Okay.
on my end, it says live.
Mine is
Mine too.
All right.
streaming live.
Make sure, and then let me record also. So,
I need it, but you said you got an error there, Vanessa?
it said I have an error. So are we checking to make sure that's live on the YouTube?
It says on YouTube.
Jeremy says not so far.
And you guys are using the one I made, right? Jeremy Torres?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you said you had an error too, right?
I had an error, yes.
No, that's you, not you. What's or Vanessa?
Wait, hold on, let me try this again. I think now it's gonna go.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, she sees it.
Yeah, I see it now too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let me just copy the link now. I see it.
Perfect. Yep.
She sees it.
Yeah, I see it now too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's the name of it, Vanessa?
Copy the link now.
Here, I'm gonna do it on our notes.
I see it.
Perfect. Yep.
She sees it.
Yeah, I see it now too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's the name of it, Vanessa?
Hold on one second. Here, I'm gonna do it on our notes.
I see it.
Perfect. Because it's a delay. Yeah, I see it now too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's the name of it, Vanessa?
Hold on one second. Here, I'm gonna do it on our notes.
doing that?
Perfect. Because it's a delay.
Turn it on. What's the name?
No, don't do the YouTube while you're on the meeting.
Here, I'm gonna do it on our notes.
Yeah.
Because it's a delay.
Turn it on.
Hold on. I am.
What's the name?
Yeah, don't do the YouTube while you're. Nobody watch you. Nobody go to the YouTube while you're on.
Is that better now?
Yeah.
All right, you guys are live. It's on.
Okay, so I don't know if anyone wants this, so now I pasted it on there.
Right.
Did you get it, Joel?
I got it.
Okay.
All right. I just. No, actually,
I have chat. Is that?
I'm not getting.
I just pasted the YouTube to our chat. Rhonda does have it.
You know,
Joel should have it also.
I'm not, Jeremy, I'm clicking on the YouTube and I'm not clicking anywhere.
Are you on our homepage?
Yes, I am.
You have to refresh your.
Yeah, maybe that. I
browser
just did that.
probably.
I
Yeah,
just
because
did
it's
that.
on the screen.
There it is.
But it's working. I already.
Yeah,
connected
I see
when
it.
I did it myself. Okay, so we're all good to go.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna turn this off because I'm here. Yeah, I see it.
We good? Everyone's good?
Yes.
Probably gonna be the first meeting we start actually on time.
Okay, let me get out of this room.
Is there anyone there, Rhonda?
No.
Okay.
Did Rick let anyone in? Did you all tell Rick to let anyone in if they were outside?
Oh, Andy, would you is anyone out there to come in?
So they sitting in the dark. Because there was no lights.
Yeah.
If you guys try not to run the YouTube because
We hear the echo.
Where the volume thing at on this
if
thing?
you're trying to get the YouTube on, just put it on mute.
Well, no, if there's people there, we have to have it on, Joel.
Nobody.
Oh no, I'm saying us. We're
Oh,
hearing-
yeah, us.
Yeah, I'm hearing echo.
But
Oh, didn't know.
Andy, the volume on the YouTube, can he?
All right, Jeremy, I think we're good.
Because we hear it.
The volume on the YouTube, there's an echo, right?
Yeah.
So you should be good.
Yeah, we're good. As long
Yeah,
as,
that's good.
let me make sure we're recording now.
Okay.
You guys ready? We're gonna start on time. All right, here we go. All right. Good evening. Today is Monday, April 6, 2020, regular session of the school board of the school trustees of the school city of East Chicago. The time is now 6 p.m. The place, we're virtually streaming, and our secretary, Rhonda Cass, is actually at the location, School City of East Chicago Administration Building, 1401 East 144th Street in East Chicago, Indiana, 46312. This is a meeting of the school board in public for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated by the agenda. Rhonda, call to order, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Williams, trustee Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes, and our trustee Williams, he is actually not on because there was a death in his family. So my condolences from the board for the superintendent to him. Next, we'll go with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
And to the republic for which it stands, one
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
and
and
justice for all. Prior to going to the business portion, I asked that we add 2 items, one being adding the personnel report. And the second item would be adding the claim dockets. We received that after the agenda was actually posted. So can I have a motion for that?
Madam President,
Trustee Rodriguez,
I make a motion to add the 2 items to the agenda for today.
Trustee Rodriguez makes a motion.
Second.
Trustee Smith seconds that motion. Any questions? Rhonda, roll call, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes. Item number 1, approval of distribution of payrolls.
Madam President. move to
I'm sorry.
approve.
Trustee Rodriguez moves to approve.
Second.
Trustee Jones seconds the motion. Rhonda, roll call, please.
Questions? Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes. Item number 2, approval of a teacher and superintendent contract for Miss Dieta Wright. Mr. Harris, would you like to?
Yes, I can provide a brief overview. We had a public hearing on this matter on Wednesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. At that time, we went over all of the details of the regular teacher contract for Ms. Wright, as well as the addendum that outlines the terms of her employment as superintendent in particular. This is a contract to run through June 30th of 2022. The compensation set forth in the contract is fairly straightforward. It's $140,000 per year, along with all the other terms and conditions that we went over during the actual public hearing. If there are any particular questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Outside of that, the contract's in the same form and contains the same provisions that we discussed at the public hearing.
I just wanted to add a couple things. I know during our public hearing, we did state that if people had questions, they were able to send it to us via email in regards to the contract. We did have questions, but they weren't regarding the contract per se. I would like to add just a bit to the decision-making portion. We would like to make mention as to the superintendent contract. The contract was awarded to Ms. Wright for her continued commitment to the school city of East Chicago. Ms. Wright, 30-plus year employee for the school city of East Chicago, was named our interim superintendent during a time where our district needed stability and direction. She has came on with full intentions of moving our district forward. She has continued to show great leadership during chaotic times. Evaluations for her will be, as well as the board, will be done yearly. And as promised, we will make sure that Ms. Wright is continuing to do a great job in our district. What is the pleasure of the board, or are there any questions? I'm sorry, questions from anyone?
If I could, I have one comment.
Oh, sorry.
One of the comments that we received was with respect to paragraph 13 of the agreement, and it deals with evaluations. I did want to speak specifically to that because Indiana Code 20-28-11.5 requires the Board of School Trustees to set forth certain evaluation criteria, and that evaluation process is intended to be an interactive process.
Right.
So that on the front end, both parties are fully aware of what the goals are and on what basis the superintendent would be evaluated. That's reflected in the agreement, and that just speaks directly to one of the comments that we received since the public hearing.
Correct. In regards to that, I know we have just, I personally had called down there in regards to our former superintendent and how the process of the evaluations actually work. And they did state that that was a joint rubric that had to be done between superintendent as well as the board. And there was a couple of items where they could present to us, then we in turn mark on the rubric exactly where she's at. We could also add on surveys, climate surveys, if we need to help us with that. Again, something that both we discuss. And if I'm not mistaken, Trustee Rodriguez, we make that public before, correct? Or after we approve what we're gonna,
We could make it, we could make it public.
okay,
With regards to
evaluation, what we're gonna,
how we're gonna evaluate, correct.
okay. So then we could just do that as to letting people know. And I think in regards to that, the comment was, I guess, would it consist of showing improvement within the schools? I think that's a given overall, that we expect to see great improvement for our schools and the expectation for that. I know when we've discussed with Ms. Wright multiple times, that was the main thing that we wanted. And we also all know that it has to be a team effort, board, superintendent, staff, teachers, administrators, everyone included. So Ms. Wright has complied and understands all that. I think that's basically it, correct? There was something else on there, Mr. Harris, regarding sick days, I think, to roll over, but we're deciding to keep it as is.
Correct. The contract, in terms of the policy and procedure for sick days, is consistent with what was in the interim superintendent contract. There wasn't anything that changed there, and that's why it was not an issue for the board members when we originally reviewed this and had the public hearing.
Right. So what is the pleasure of the board?
Madam President,
Trustee Rodriguez?
I make a motion to approve the superintendent's contract for Ms. Diaz.
Second. I second it.
Trustee Jones seconds the motion. Now, are there any questions from the board? I'm sorry. Okay. Rhonda, roll call, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes,
Trustee Jones,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes,
Chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes. Item number 3, approval of request for use of Central High School parking lot. Ms. Wright.
Yes, Food Mobile Mark would like to use the central parking lot to use it as a distribution center. They're going to bring trucks of food loaded up in the parking lot, and East Chicago residents can come pick up bags of groceries. So they would just like to use the parking lot, and they're not asking for use of the facilities inside of the building.
What is
This
the
will take
pleasure?
place.
Go ahead.
This will take place on Wednesday from 4 to 6.
at Central High School.
Central High
Yes.
School.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve.
Trustee Rodriguez makes the motion for approval.
Second,
Trustee Smith seconds the motion. Any questions?
Just a comment, Madam President.
Okay.
To my understanding, this entity has been going throughout Lake County, working with other schools as well as facilities, just to house their location to help provide the food for the residents. So I give them kudos for that.
Anything
I did
else?
have,
Trustee Smith?
I did have one question, that was brought to my attention. Will the residents have to show ID?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, Rhonda, roll call, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes,
chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes, next will be the personnel report. What is the pleasure of the board?
Madam President, I move to approve the personnel report as stated.
Trustee Rodriguez makes a motion for approval.
second.
Trustee Smith seconds that motion. And Ms. Wright, I'm sorry, I should have asked you previously, but can you just touch base as why we're doing the add-ons for this?
We're doing the add-ons for the personnel report because mistakenly, Rhonda was not in the office and she has she was told not to put anything on the personnel report unless I had agreed to it and approved it. So Dr. Mitchell sent her the personnel report, but I had not approved it yet because I didn't see it until later. So therefore it wasn't placed on the agenda. Same with the next item.
Okay. What is the pleasure of the board? Oh, wait, what is the pleasure of the board? Sorry. Oh, no, I have that. Any questions is where I was at. I'm sorry. No questions? Rhonda, roll call, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes,
chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes, item number 5, claim dockets. What is the pleasure of the board?
Madam President,
Yes, Ms. Smith.
approval of claim dockets.
Trustee
Motion.
Smith makes a motion for approval.
I'll second that, Madam President.
Trustee Rodriguez seconds the motion. Any questions? Rhonda, roll call, please.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
trustee Jones,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes,
chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes. Item D, superintendent's remarks.
Yes, this Wednesday, we're going to, well, first, let me explain that the state of Indiana has closed schools until the remainder of the school year. So we have an extensive e-learning program that's going to take place throughout the district. The state also mandated that we must complete 160 instructional days. They had already given us 120, they had already given us 20 COVID-19 waiver days. So our e-learning program will take place on beginning April 13th, effective April 13th, and e-learning will take place from Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, our teachers will receive professional development. Initially, our K-2 students were only given packets, but now because we have the stay-in-home order, we're also going to extend our e-learning program to our K-2 students. Therefore, we're going to do another round of Chromebook loan distribution this Wednesday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So Wednesday is the giveaway day in East Chicago. So parents, please, we want the parents to please come out and make sure that they have their Indiana ID and they can get a Chromebook for their K-2 students in the event that they didn't get one on March 23rd. Teachers will be required to log in at 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. to help students with all their assignments. If you have any questions, please email the teacher and the principal. All principals will place their district cell phone numbers on the school websites because we do understand that some parents do not have emails, so we want them to have the flexibility to pick up the phone and call parents. We're just asking that if you call a building administrator, make sure it's during normal business hours. We are very diligent in making sure that our kids have a quality education these last couple months. So please visit the school website regularly and please reach out to us, call us if you're not getting the answers that you want. far as seniors, all graduating seniors will graduate if they complete their coursework. What graduation is going to look like, we do not know, but I would say that a traditional graduation on June 7th is highly unlikely. So we have a committee that we're going to meet with to discuss ideas of how we can make graduation more effective for our students. So either we're going to have a traditional graduation later in June or July, or we're going to have a virtual graduation. Also, prom has been postponed until further notice. Maybe a prom could take place in late June or July. So we ask that parents please visit the website because we're going to update that regularly. Another question has been if our graduating students have not passed the ABS-VAB or the I-STEP, will they get a diploma? And the answer is yes. However, they must make sure that they complete all of their coursework. I do know that some seniors think that they don't have to complete coursework and that they're automatically going to get a diploma. They must complete their coursework. So we're asking that parents make sure that their kids log in to Canvas daily to complete their assignments. Once again, if you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out to building principals or myself.
Thank you, Superintendent Wright. Next, we'll have any public forum, and no one's actually there, correct, Ms. Cass? Then we will, I'm sorry, I missed the trustee remarks. Any trustee remarks?
Madam President,
Trustee Rodriguez.
well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Wright. I think she's going to do a really good job. I think she has been doing a great job since she, not only as a teacher, but actually as an interim superintendent. She has been very responsive, not only to this board, but probably also to the community. To my understanding, with some of the folks and some of the parents that I've spoken to. And just want to say that, you know, this time with regards to COVID-19, it's a tragedy that it's happening. It's a pandemic throughout this world and throughout this country. But more importantly, as long as we're all working together, sticking together, and just really making sure that all the answers are posted on our website, on our School City website. I was just on our website, I would say 3 or 4 hours ago, and I like all the information with regards to COVID-19, with regards to what parents need to do. So it's like, it's really self-explanatory if you go to our website, and that website is, I believe, SCEC, right?
Yes.
If you Google SCEC, believe it or not, it's the first one on the search page. So definitely go to that site. And again, congratulations, Ms. Wright. We're looking and seeing bigger and better things from you, okay?
Yes.
I would also like to mention a couple things. First and foremost, congratulations to Ms. Wright. It is a breath of fresh air to feel the positive energy from you throughout all this chaos that we have going on. I reach out to our attorney, Mr. Harris, who has been phenomenal also, and Ms. Wright both, and trying to figure out what we need to do, how we need to get kids fed, how do we clean our schools, what can we do? I know some people would like for us to move very swiftly, but I think it's more important to not move in haste and actually have a plan, which that's what basically happens. We come up with ideas, a plan happens, and it actually occurs. Ms. Wright, your dedication to the School City of East Chicago is impeccable. You know, when I left the School City of East Chicago, I was in tears and I didn't know what to do. And I feel like you would feel the same way if you weren't here. So I know we had to make sure we grabbed you and scooped you up, because you'll give it all. Your passion that you have for the school district will make sure that our grades end up moving forward. Again, it's all teamwork. That's where my background is, team and teamwork. And you have us as your team, and you have the rest of the employees of the school district that want to see only one thing, and that's student success, as well as our community. And I believe we could definitely make that happen together. I also want to mention a couple things. Just a big thank you to our parents who are out there. Being a parent of a special need student as well as a freshman at the high school, it's hard doing e-learning and trying to figure everything out. And patience to everyone, and please reach out to the individuals, that the teachers, the principals. Miss Wright, I'm sure she's probably getting bombarded from questions, but if that has to be done, then it has to be done. We want to be available to students at all times. I think that's another reason why there was a email for SCEC COVID email. So if there's questions that needed to be answered, or if that's the one that you could reach out to also, and just to keep us informed on what we should do better. Realistically, no one really had a plan for any of this, but I think we're going to be a lot better prepared moving forward. And for instance, a board meeting, I don't think we ever thought that we would be video streaming live a board meeting. And kudos to my board for making it happen. And this is definitely something out of the ordinary. And this right here, this video streaming shows that everyone's trying to get on board to continue to work and get business done. So thank you, parents. Thank you, all staff, for the School City of East Chicago. And continue to look at the updates on our school board, on our school website. That's just amazing. Like, you guys are doing a great job. I know our superintendent today was on a PSA with individuals from the city of East Chicago. We've been in contact with people from the city of East Chicago. They're not our teams out on the fields. I promise you, everyone. Our athletic director has said no sports going on right now. It's not the school city, but it's hard to keep students to stay at home. And one thing that I also want to say that I think is amazing, I know I'm long-winded, but our seniors, I've been seeing our seniors post, that they're making commitments to different schools. They're still working. Our valedictorian, and who I messed up last week or last meeting, Taylor Williams, she's has decided to go to Purdue University. And I see different academic scholarships being offered and accepted. So I'm proud of all of our students because they're still continuing to work and get stuff done. So keep up the good work, everyone. We're here for you, and we're going through it too.
I'd just like to make a comment. Congratulations, Ms. Wright. I just want to commend the district in handling this the best possible way that we possibly could. I was very impressed with the lunches. I was very impressed with the Chromebook giveaways. Was no problems. Everything went smooth. I also like to thank Ms. Leela Simmons because it takes teamwork. Ms. Wright, we are here to help you to get through this. And the board, thank you for being understanding. And we all need to be on one accord because I don't think this is going to go away in the next 2 months. I think this is just something that we're going to have to deal with to the rest of the school year. So my hats off to everybody. Bless you. Let's continue the teamwork and being confined. I know it's kind of getting on everybody's nerves, and this is the first that I'm learning with computers, so bear with me and technology. And I'm just gonna say it, I hate it, but I'm learning. So what else? Congratulations, team, and I'm really proud of us.
Yes.
Excuse me. I would like to congratulate Ms. Wright as well. I believe she'll do a wonderful job.
Okay, so
Thank you. I forget, I was so focused on the kids and what we were doing for the kids during the COVID-19. I forgot to thank you all for having faith in me, for giving me a chance to see what I could actually do. that means a lot to me. Thank you for having the faith in me, to giving me the opportunity to be a servant leader. And when I say servant leader is one who makes everyone around them better. I pride myself on being a servant leader. Anything that I ask my team to do, I don't have a problem doing it myself. So thank you. I'm going to give it my best. I'm a go-getter. Sometimes I do too much, but trust to know that I plan to fail. And I only expect good things to happen here in East Chicago.
Awesome. So our next date and time for our meeting would be on April 22nd, 2020. Correct? Am I correct on that?
That's correct.
Yes.
And that's at 6 p.m. And we will most likely be video streaming again. So we'll definitely put the notice out there that it'll be a video stream. And next, can I have a motion for adjournment?
Madam President, I move to adjourn.
Trustee Rodriguez moves to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Trustee Jones seconds the motion. Rhonda, roll call.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
Trustee Jones,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Hernandez Orange.
Yes. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.